Hi guys, welcome to another cool episode of the unboxing and review, and today we've got this cool toy to showcase and show you the features around this. By the way, this is called the Polaroid OneStep 2 camera, and it's a camera made to take Polaroids, as simple as that. For some of you who don't know, Polaroid is a company that has been in the game for a long while, making instant film cameras. Yes, you might know other brands like Fujifilm and Kodak that are in the same competition. Now let's jump onto the features and show you what's in this camera. And bang! This is what the Polaroid OneStep 2 camera looks like. Simple, neat, clean, and charming. Yes, you can tell from this that this has that retro feel look to it, and this is because this is inspired by one of their old models. They just gave it some twist and nice colors to it. And actually, when I first saw this, I fell in love with the whole design because it represents me, and I just like the whole classic look to it. And the size of it is just pretty much portable, and this is the size of it on my face and on the camera. So don't consider much about the size, and it's not even like extra heavy, you know. So this is definitely a nice camera if you want to start shooting Polaroid. And by the way, this is an all plastic material, so you just have to make sure that you take a whole care of it to make sure it doesn't get scratches or fall and crack, or just get a lanyard to hang around the neck if you move around a lot. And to get started, you would need this I-type 6 film or the 600 type film that you would need to load in this camera and start shooting your photos. Now let me show you how you load the film into this camera. And once your film is loaded, you will see at the top you've got 8 lights to show you that you've got 8 shots to take and you're ready to go. The camera comes with a fixed lens, so you don't have to move around with zooming in or zooming out. It's just standard. We also have the exposure feature here with a plus and a minus. To expose more, you push it to plus; to expose less, to minus, or you can just keep it in the middle to balance the two. We also have the shutter button. This is as simple as that. This is what you press when you shoot your photo. And we also have the flash. The flash here is automatically on when you switch on the camera, but you can disable that by just holding this button here at the back and it will be disabled. And here at the front again, we've got the timer. This is for you at home or somewhere out there if you're just chilling alone and wants to shoot a Polaroid. You can just mount this on a tripod. Here at the bottom, you've got the mount hole to put it on your tripod, or just put it on a flat surface and you're ready to go with this timer feature. And yes, you've got this viewfinder. This is obviously to make sure that you are in the correct position when you take your photo. As simple as that. And yes, the on and off switch here, simple as that. And yes, we've got the charging port. This is to make sure that you are juiced up before you use this camera. So for me, using this camera wasn't that difficult, or I have to go on Google or something like that. It was just as simple as that. You can just learn this in about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you know. It's just as simple as that because there aren't like a bunch of functions and all that. The only complicated thing is just making sure that you get the best results on your photos. Yes, you might just have to work around that. And there are just a couple of tips I want to share with you in getting the best results and using this camera. Firstly, the film has to be stored in the fridge before use. It is instructed that the bag be stored refrigerated, but make sure it's sealed and you don't freeze it. Keep it around 4 to 17 degrees Celsius, and make sure that you take it out an hour before you put it or load it into the camera to get the best results. Also, another important thing, when you take your photo and it comes out, you don't have to shake it like any other instant film cameras. Make sure that you take the photo or the Polaroid, you put it into a sleeve or a magazine or inside your pocket. And that's just my take on this camera, as simple as that. This is just one of the simple, classic, best cameras for me to take Polaroids. But as I've said, you would need the film and the camera to get started. The camera costs about 2 to 3 grand, so the budget is not that bad for me, considering that this is also a dope product. So you can get this at Take A Lot or Shelf Life, the sneaker store, and the film is also available at Take A Lot. You can get this around 30 to 400 with 8 packs inside, so you are sorted on that. So make sure that you use the film wisely and you get the best results for your photos. So you guys let me know what you think about this camera. Is it something that you would buy? And the whole Polaroids photos culture. Surely you've seen on Instagram people scanning Polaroids and putting them on their feed or Twitter or something, you know. Those for me look cool, and you can also start a nice photo album with only Polaroids when you're with your friends or family or your boyfriend or girlfriend, you know. Those look cool for me. So hit us up on the comments and let us know your thoughts. Would love to hear from you.